with ComeUnity, and we're interviewing
G. Keratin, West Ward District 13 leader and a Georgia King Village resident for 40 years.
Please explain to us what's going on down at Georgia King Village.
Oh my God, we have the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, slumlords, called L&M Partners Development. And we have wreaked nothing but havoc since we have been under their management. Over 790 work orders, violations by the city and the state. And they continue to still receive tax abatement on our backs. Now, I don't really understand why they would actually still be given money to manage a property, and they're treating residents like slaves.
Abatement from the city of Newark?
Yes, a tax abatement, and we are requesting right now, what we've been requesting, that's why we've been here every time there's a meeting, we're requesting that the tax abatement is revoked, as well as we go into receivership, which that means that L&M will no longer be managing the property. The court will order someone else to come to Georgia King Village and manage the property. Today, there was someone in our property, the elevators were down and this woman died. She was 48 years old. The EMS could not get to her in time. EMS had to stand downstairs and wait until the elevator people came and got the elevator straightened up. Last year during COVID, residents, both elevators in building 250 was down, and one resident was carried on stretcher by EMS 18 floors down. So this is really deplorable, the way Black and brown people are treated here in Newark at Georgia King Village. And I know that I say this also in respect of other communities that are dealing with slumlords. We have to do something about these slumlords, and if we don't do something about it, our generation, the future, will suffer and be angry at us for not standing up. And we have to fight. Not so much talking now. We've been talking a lot. The next level after this, we have to take this situation right now with these slumlords, which is L&M in particular. He's the king of kings of it. They are the king of kings because they have a lot of partners here in the city of Newark, and they spread a lot of money because they're deep pocket thieves. So what's going to happen here is this. If this doesn't roll out the way we want it to, we're going to fight all the way to the end. We're going to go down to Trenton and talk to Sheila Oliver down there. And then we're going to talk to whoever, because the mayor, not the mayor, but the governor said that he was going to take care of it, because someone mentioned Georgia King Village on his Ask the Mayor show that comes on Channel 13. And he said that the conditions, what's happening at Georgia King Village, is deplorable. And all that management is doing right now is putting Band-Aids on the situation. The Band-Aids are temporary fix. Instead of dealing with the infrastructure and straightening that out and replacing those pipes and the boilers and everything with brand new items, because this facility, Georgia King Village, is 40, almost 50 years old. Normal wear and tear would tell you that it needs to be restored, need to be replaced. But that has not been the case. They rather put Band-Aids and give us new sinks, new this, new rooms, new air conditioners, new windows, instead of dealing with the infrastructure.
There are older buildings.
Yes.
There's a building in Harrison that looks like the old Baxter Terrace. There's a wait list to get into that building. They've had restoration projects, and the apartments are spacious and beautiful inside there. Georgia King is not that old.
No.
Georgia King is one of the few public housing developments made for large families. These new luxury developments are studio apartments and one bedroom. If you have 5 kids, there's no place to go. It is imperative that Georgia King be saved and that other public housing within the city of Newark be preserved, because the majority of people have large families. I know you've been in this fight for a while. You went before City Council tonight and you spoke to them. What was their response?
Well, they don't usually respond right away. After the session, they will comment and say something, and they will say something. They don't usually respond after we finish. They might be responding right now.
But they're aware of what's going on with Georgia King.
Of course, since January, yes. Councilman Kelly has been over several times. Councilman Quintana has been over several times. They attended a lot of our meetings at Georgia King Village, the tenants and everything. Allison has been there several times as well. Yes, the VA has been there as well and heard the cry of the residents in meetings, and that some of the residents have gotten very violent. And it's understood because they're under a lot of stress, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and they use a lot of foul language because they're just fed up. And they have said that the reason what the city of Newark has done through the council is to put Georgia L&M in default of their tax abatement. We're currently now in court. The judge is listening to all the complaints. We've given them tons of pictures of huge rats and all kinds of different things, problems that residents have concurred since being in their property, and they're supposed to be letting us know whether they're going to retake their tax abatement and give us the receivership.
I will have Injustice at Brick City come out. We want to see the conditions, and I'll make contact with you because we're going to follow this through and see what the city is going to do, if anything at all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.